Well, hello there. I am Mike McDonald, and today I have a special guest, April Findley.
Hey,
Here, I see you.
how's it going?
It's going great. First time I've done an interview on the hot seat, so you're the special guest, the first one, and it worked because I brought you out.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited.
didn't know how to do that, so that's pretty cool. So, how's things going?
Things are going awesome. I'm just super honored to get to do this with you today. And man, you're killing it all over the place. I seriously, like, I see you all over Facebook, all over Instagram. Man, you are just a massive, massive marketer right now. And I don't know, it's so much fun. It's so exciting to see everything you're doing. So thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be interviewing you. So thank you for bringing me out today. And I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. For those who don't know who April is, she is her and her husband are L2 leaders in one of the largest lead generation company out there, My Lead System Pro. She's killing it on Instagram. Her husband's crushing it on Twitter. But the first time I met you guys, or not even met you, but I first took notice of you was probably back in October, November. I think you had just started with Instagram and you came out just on fire, and you had this challenge going, this video challenge. I think I just found out just through different hashtags and following different people, and I got involved with it. It was a great way to be introduced to Instagram and video. So that's the first time. Like, I want to get more into your story because you guys are unique. Because at first, like, I believe you had told Matt that, you know, this is about done. And something changed, and that's great because a lot of people might have that spouse that is saying, like, look, you're spending too much time, it's costing too much money, and all this. And getting into the different mindset change will be great to see how you shifted your mindset into that and where you guys are today and where you're going in the future. I know where you're going to be in a couple of months. I'm looking forward to that. Getting down there myself. I was there at Live the Dream last year, and it's just amazing getting to actually meet the people that are in our computers every week and seeing them in person. It's kind of like, whoa, this is like so real. So I want to start with that. Tell us about, like, yeah, I know that you have like 4 children, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and you've been married to Matt for a while now. And how do you set your time aside, because you're also working as well?
Wow, that's a great question. We have 4 kids. I actually still have a regular 9-to-5 job. And so, you know, one of the challenges that we always run into is, planning out our marketing strategies, planning out our time, and balancing it with everything that goes on. Matt and I both work from home. So Matt does our business full time, but I'm still working my corporate job. And we have our little guy, Cooper. He's 4, so he's still at home with us. So I know that there are tons of work-at-home parents, stay-at-home parents out there that are trying to build their businesses. And I think that we all, share this common factor of trying to figure out the spaces where we fit in growing our business along with everything that goes along. And, I have to kind of say that we have, Matt and I have our five must-do things every day: content, marketing, communicating with our list, team training, and prospecting. And those are the 5 things that we know that we need to focus on to move our business forward every day. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that it never goes perfectly smoothly and according to plan every day of the week. But the point is to stay consistent and to have that focused plan of, what it is that you're going to try to accomplish, and to always be working towards that and trying to hit those benchmarks. Do we always get get everything done every day? Not by a long shot. I think, we sit down with a list of 10 things to do and we're lucky if we get 3 of them done. But the key is consistency and, just staying plugged into a community, staying plugged into your mentors, and continuing to surround yourself with other people that have the same goals as you.
Yeah, that's key, surrounding yourself. I was listening to an interview with someone who talked about that today, and they were saying, like, if you surround yourself, they actually were at MLM for like 18 years and didn't have success until like the 19th year.
Mm-hmm.
Most people would have said that's it, but this person knew that if they surrounded them with successful people and people who are doing it, that it's going to happen. And if we surround ourselves with people who are failures or quit and stuff like that, well, of course, eventually we're going to fail and quit. So yeah, so surrounding yourself with like successful people who are doing it, is one way you're always going to end up knowing that it's going to happen. When it happens, we don't know, but as long as we keep moving forward, it's going to happen because it has happened to other people. So that's cool.
I think that's a really big, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was going to say, I think that's a really big, mindset shift that happens. Somebody who's just getting started in their business might be watching this right now and saying, oh my gosh, 18 years, 19 years, like there's no way I can dedicate, or there's no way I can wait that long to make a business happen. For Matt and I, it's been 6 years since we, until we started getting results. And that's, if somebody had told me it was going to take that long in the beginning, I don't think I would have signed up for this at all. But here's the cool thing, like when you start to think about where your life is today and what you want it to be, and you start thinking about how awesome it can be when you get to come home, when you get to work at home full time, when you can pay all the bills on time, when you can put money in savings, when you can do something like Diane Hockman does and pay for your child's college education all in cash. It's like, man, I've already spent almost 20 years at the company that I'm with right now. Couldn't I, how long wouldn't I spend building a business if I knew I couldn't fail? 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Most of us, when we weighed it and we looked at it from that perspective, we get busy and get started, I think.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, 6 years, that's a long time. But like you said, most people dedicate like 25 years to a company that, doesn't have as much loyalty to you, as I found out. But eventually you get to have those rewards for working for yourself and helping other people. And that's the biggest enjoyment I find. So the biggest things that you've talked about are like you do your 5 to-do things every single day and you're consistent. And those are, I think, 2 takeaways that a lot of people can just write down right now and go out. And whether it's, if you can only post like, on Instagram, we'll get to that later, but only post twice a day, then you do it twice a day. Don't do it 0 one day and then 4 the next day and include that as 4, right? Because people are going to start seeing who you are. So yeah, consistency and focus. That was the other one that was really good. Getting your focus. So we've gone through what you do every day. You did your planning and your balancing. What are some not off the wall techniques or anything like that, but what is, say, your daily routine for just Instagram in general? Because you yourself came out with video right off the bat, when a lot of people, they're still nervous about doing video, and they'll do like 10 outtakes or something like that. But what was the thing that made you start with video?
Well, I have an awesome mentor. Her name is April Marie, and she is pretty big on Instagram herself as well. And I saw, just as I was going through my own process of getting my mindset ready to start marketing with Matt, how much the personal touch, the conversation that you can only get through a video recording, how much that helped me move past my obstacles and past my own insecurities, but also just how much it made me an overnight fan of hers. So there's no doubt that there is, just a magical element with video. It allows you to, just get in front of your audience, and, maybe somebody out there has more content. Maybe they have better links. Maybe they even have a better opportunity, which I find is hard to believe if you are involved with MLSP. But when you can have that face-to-face interaction with somebody over video, then it's like making a new friend online, and that is such a great way to grow your fan base, grow your list, and find the people who are looking for you. So I love video, and everybody's doing great with it right now. It's so exciting to see all the people coming out with videos.
Yeah, and I find a lot of people who are rising to the top right now really quickly are all doing video.
Yes.
So if you don't worry about it, because I've seen some of the top earner videos when they first started making them, and they were, even then they say like, I can't believe I made that video. But the thing is, they made the video. Mm-hmm. Whereas the other person is still making those 10 outtakes, and I can't do it, So mindset, you've talked about mindset a lot. I find mindset is a huge thing for myself, and I learned a lot of it from one of my mentors too. And how do you train your mind every day to, you're extremely busy, you and I are extremely busy, so how do you train your mind every day to make sure that you're moving forward with your mind, like making sure it's where it's supposed to be? Because I believe it starts with the mind, and then it comes to our actions and stuff like that. So yeah. How are you training your mind every day?
That's a great question. I would say that there's probably 3 things that really feed my mindset the most. I do a daily meditation. And for me, I'm a Christian, so that involves being in the Word and, just clearing the plate of my heart to try to get rid of any residual baggage from the day before, letting go of any stuff that didn't get done, stuff that didn't go as planned, just trying to get rid of that stuff and refocusing on, the goals. I have a notebook where I have affirmations for business and personal written down, and I don't review that every single day, but I at it several times a week. So that personal time of reflection is a big thing for me. Number 2, I plug into a community of top earners and entrepreneurs. The system that we're involved with has calls every day. I make sure to get on those calls, and if I can't listen to them live, I listen to recorded calls. So hearing from my mentors and my leaders, and taking away the wisdom that they're giving is a huge part of mindset development. And then third, I always just kind of try to have a book that I'm reading to grow my mindset. Most recently, I've been checking out, I think I'm just about done with Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That's a really great book. And it talks a lot about mindset and how, a lot of entrepreneurs, we struggle with fears and we struggle with the unknowns and the what ifs. And this book talks a lot about how important it is to break out of those fear cycles. And I'm also, I've been at the beginning of John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, I believe is the book.
Yes, it is. I actually have it. I thought I had it beside me, but I don't.
This is one of those books where you're like in the introduction and you're like there with your highlighter, like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped by the introduction. So that's really one that I'm slowly working my way through that. So, again, sometimes I don't get a chance to do all of these things every day, but it's a consistent, moving forward, taking steps forward every day, and, just continuing to feed my mind with that positive success mentality and mindset.
That's awesome. Yeah. And this, I've learned about some stuff like reading and stuff like that, not reading, but doing daily works and stuff like that, just through like even offline mentors that I have that own their own business, like brick and mortar stores. They do the exact same thing, because they're business owners and they go through the same struggles as everybody else. But I find a lot of people get into network marketing or MLM and they just think of saying, okay, I'm going to sign everyone up. It's going to be an easy thing. And then, you know, they've run into these struggles. They have no idea what to do. And that's when, you know, that 97% come into failure, when really they only failed because they didn't have the right tools. And if they had the right tools, like the mindset training and going and reading the books, you know, learning the meditation, and, you know, affirmations are huge, because everyone, like, one thing my mentor told me, Justin Segan, was he talked to me about be, do, and have, right? Where you have to be the leader first in order to have the stuff. And then everyone thinks, oh, I have to have the followers first before I can email my list. Well, you gotta have a reason for people to follow you. So yeah, so all that stuff is cool.
Michael, I think that's a really good point that we do have. You know, a lot of us come into our businesses and we're carrying around this stigma of I haven't done anything yet, I don't have any relevance in the marketplace yet, and you have to kind of pretend with yourself a little bit. You have to, you know, picture yourself in 5 years and picture yourself in that place where, you know, you are achieving the things that you're getting into this business to achieve in the first place. And you have to imagine yourself like, how would I feel? How would I talk? How would I act? What would be the things that I would do every day? And if you can play that out and walk it out in your business, that I think that's such a huge step for new entrepreneurs and new folks getting into this industry, that is just very powerful. So play pretend.
Yeah. What they always say, and I didn't like it at first because I didn't understand it, was fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you gotta fake out yourself until you make it, right? And I took it as like faking out other people, and I didn't really like it because I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to people. But really, it's a mindset thing. If you understand that, fake yourself out or fake yourself, and then you'll start speaking and doing the things that a 6-figure, 7-figure earner does, right? So
right. And give yourself a little credit, like go back through your history. I think that most of us at some point or another have made up our mind to do something and then we've done it. I mean, whether it's been in business or not, you know, maybe you just decided that you were going to plant a garden and grow some vegetables one summer so you and your family could eat healthier. Well, you wanted something and you made a decision, and then you got into action and carried out that goal. That's all it is. I mean, you can apply that determination and that mentality to your business, and you can have this confidence and start acting like the leader that you want to become.
Exactly, that's perfect. So let's get into some Instagram stuff. This is all going to be part of, I was going to bring it into my Instagram week, but this is good stuff that can be brought into anything. So Instagram, let's do your daily routine. Like, do you have a certain type of post that you do all the time, or do you just do videos, or what can help, say, like the person who's just starting out on Instagram doesn't really have a clue on how to even like research things to grow their business? What would you give, maybe, I don't know, a few tips to the person who's just learning Instagram and wants to grow quickly? Because you've done that, and I think in a week you did like over close to, I think, almost 1,500 targeted followers, which is a lot of people would love that.
Yeah, that was a hustler week for sure. Yeah, I think that the key to growing your followers quickly on Instagram is in the follow and unfollow. So you guys know, or maybe you don't know, you can follow up to 7,500 people on Instagram, and you can have unlimited people following you back. So in the beginning, when I first started with Instagram, I was all about follow, 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 follow. There is a great way to target your audience on Instagram using hashtags. So you can look up, you can search for hashtags for your niche, Let's say that you're involved with a company where you sell nail products. You may target some hashtags like nail art, manis and petties, those types of things. And then you want to check out and see who the users are that are posting to those hashtags, and you can follow them. You can in turn see who's following those folks and follow them. So that's a great strategy for knowing who to follow. One thing that I recommend to my coaching clients is that you want to stay away from the most popular hashtags. You want to stay away from things like tags for likes and hashtag love and hashtag photo of the day, just because though that's stuff that everybody in the whole Instagram world is posting to, and those aren't your target. That's not your targeted audience necessarily. So I try to think about, whatever your product or your company is or your service that you're trying to market, stay away from using your company name as a hashtag, but you do want to think of keywords or buzz terms or catchphrases that are associated with that niche, and search those out on Instagram and start following those folks. So, once you get up to 7,500 people that you're following, you want to start to unfollow folks. And there's a great tool that I used to do that called Instagram, to just, you can set it up to unfollow people that aren't following you back. And so you can kind of do that on autopilot. But yeah, I really think that that's the key to growing your followers quickly, and also engaging with folks that interact with you back. You want to try to engage with a minimum of 10 people a day, liking stuff in their feeds, leaving comments on stuff. Find something that they're doing that really resonates with you, and then just leave them a comment. Tell them that you like it. Invite them to come check out your profile and connect with you on Instagram too.
Yeah, leaving comments, real comments on someone's image or video will make you stand out like a lot, because there's so many of those comments that flow around, like love it, great. Like I post a video and I get stuff like love the picture. So my simple response back is, I know you're using a bot. Make sure you take out the picture thing. This way I don't know you're using it. I think we have to use some automation in things, but if we use them properly, then they're going to be to our advantage and everything. So yeah, so 10 people per day, leaving real comments. I think that's a big tip right there. Then a follow, unfollow. You always want to make sure that the people who aren't following you that are off, to make room for more followers, because you can only have 7,500. So that's our 2 good points, and the hashtags and the niche. Yes. So cool. Those are some, again, good tips. Well, we're coming down to I want to make sure only about a half an hour, because I know you're busy and stuff like that. So is there anything else that you would like to share with the people? How can they connect with you?
Oh, that's a great question. Thanks. You can find me on Instagram at April D. Findley. We also have a fan page on Facebook. It's Matt and April Findley. So I think it's facebook.com/Matt and April Findley. And then we do lots of Twitter and Instagram training on our blog as well. So that's mattandaprilfindley.com. And yeah, we just come reach out to us. Something else that we found to really help grow our business is just, being helpful, being available to the community. Michael, you're somebody that I just love working with, and just even though you and I aren't on the same team, we get so much benefit from each other, just sharing ideas and commenting and networking back and forth. And so that would be another just huge tip to anybody getting started. Just treat this like you're meeting your future business colleagues and best friends for the future, and just try to help everybody as much as you can and be out there. So there's so many great people in this industry. It's hard. You have to look very hard to find great people like Michael to connect with. So
Thank you very much, April. I know yourself and Matt have been like huge as far as helping me out. Like you said, we're not in the same MLM at all, and we still help each other out because that's just how our community is. And it's just like offline business, brick and mortars. They go to those not bank, business of commerce things, they're all there to help each other out, and they take ideas and they go from there, so it's all we're in for, business to help people out. So that's awesome. Well, if that's all the questions I have, I think I know myself, I got 4 pages of notes. So people out there should be get your notebook ready. Hopefully you had your notebook ready, and if not, just rewind it and go back and get some notes, because April gave a lot of good tips and stuff like that. Oh, the one thing did I ask you about what changed your mind back in September to go from the unsupportive spouse to the supportive spouse?
Yeah. So Matt was building furniture for a living before we got started in the home business industry, and he was just really unhappy with it, and it was kind of something that he had to do. Matt had 2 kids when we got married. He had 2 kids from a previous marriage, our kids Andrew and Kayla, and he was just doing what he had to do to take care of the kids and keep food on the table. And so when we got married, it was a real opportunity for him to, kind of explore some other options. And this just resonated with him. We had a pretty tough experience early on, and I guess that's for another video probably, but it really kind of left me definitely very jaded, feeling, like I couldn't trust a lot of people, and over the course of that time, I kind of expected Matt to go find something else. I expected him to go find a real job and, just get a paycheck. But after a while, it became obvious to me that something had resonated with him. He couldn't get it out of his mind. He couldn't walk away from this industry because he saw the potential to grow as an individual, to grow as a leader, to help people. I think that's really the thing that stuck with Matt. Like, he saw this industry as a way to help family members, to help friends that were stuck in dead-end careers, and just being crushed under the pressures of not having enough finances to meet the needs of their family. And so eventually I just kind of had to accept that this is really important to my husband, and I could continue to give him a hard time about it, or I could get on board and try to help him out. So once that happened, we just really started having amazing results, and the rest is history. So
yeah, well, I think that's a perfect way to end it. That's perfect. So if there's an unsupportive spouse, hopefully you watch the end. So that's perfect, because that's awesome. I want to thank you very much for joining me on the hot seat. Hopefully it wasn't too hot.
This is so much fun, Michael. Thank you.
It's no problem. It's been great. And make sure you connect with April. April and Matt, go on their Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, their blog, and leave them a comment. This was done for free. She took her time out of her day and did it. So I want you to go connect with April and Matt and learn more about them, because they're great people that I'm excited to meet soon. All right. Thanks very much, April.
Take care, Michael.
Yeah, you too. Bye.